I can only speak on things that I know and people that I've done time with. I can only speak on things that I know and people that I've done time with. I can only speak on things that I know and people that I've done time with.
And the way prison is, I don't like talking about prison, but the way prison is, no matter how solid you are, you don't know if your fucking celly's losing his mind. So even as you sleep, you're on guard, you're listening. Is there a change in your celly's fucking program? Because he might be going crazy. You never know. I've seen that shit happen.
This so dope, you really don't hear shit like this no more.
Hey, James, what you doing here? You ain't gotta worry about me. You know I could do 10 years day for day standing on my head.
I hear you. You're gonna do 10 years day for day in somebody's arms. You little punk sissy. What you know about the penitentiary? You ever been in jail before? You know the do's and don'ts of making it in the penitentiary? I didn't think so. Let me tell you something. You won't last 10 days in here. What you gonna do? Take your little gun with you when they put you in a cell with a grown man? A real killer. Somebody who's been in about 15 years already and is doing life and don't give a damn about nothing or nobody. What you gonna do when he grabs you? Can you fight without that gun, you little punk? What you gonna do when you start screaming for the guards and the guards don't come? You can't call for your mama in a penitentiary. And let me tell you something else. After he finishes with you, he's gonna pass you around to all of his buddies. Then what you gonna do, you little sissy punk? So you got a big kick out of the most sissified, cowardly way to take somebody out, a drive-by shooting, where all kinds of innocent people get shot. So if you wanna be like me, you can't. Cause the difference is, I'm a man and you just a little punk. Do you know what it's like being me? I spent the best years of my life in the penitentiary. I wasted my whole youth just like you're about to do. Do you know how many times I've been shot? I got a hole in my lung right now and I walk with a cane. Do you know how it feels to wake up every morning not knowing whether one of your enemies or your friends is gonna put a bullet in the back of your head? You know how that feels? No, you don't really want to be like me because you ain't got the heart. And since I know you ain't got the heart, I'm gonna help you out, boy. Now this is what you're gonna have to do. First thing, I want you to ask the man to put you in protective custody. Then I want you to pick up a Bible and some school books and get yourself a damn education while you're in here. And then I want you to write the judge once a month and let him know how you're progressing in the right direction. You understand that? And when you find it in your heart, I want you to write that boy's mother and you tell her that if you have to spend your entire life begging her to forgive you, then that's what you're gonna do. That's your only chance for surviving in here for 10 years. Now get out of my face.
Big Cat, Mr. President, I'd like to shake your hand. Mr. Warlord, how about it?
So do me a favor, huh? You and your nephew over there, lay off.
Hey, it's good.
No.
fucking gardener, Paulie. You cut the hair on your balls, too?
He's in front of my Aunt Mary's.
Which is why you don't belong to nobody.
Oh, what do you know about who belongs to what? You've been away 20 fucking years.
Which entitles me to earn.
Which entitles you to shit. In my book, you get points for staying out of the can.
Good thing for me, then, that your book don't mean no guys to me. What's yours is yours, Paulie. But what ain't is anybody else. Now do yourself a fucking favor and get the fuck out of my store.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't live with my parents, so I gotta pay my own bills. You know what I mean? But check this out. You Wolfgang and shit. Trying to insinuate you know people. You don't know nobody. Say that shit. You ain't scaring nobody. For my own good, huh? Show me for my own good. I give you my email, elmwoodero@gmail.com. I'll give you 2 weeks, since you said you need 2 weeks to get an army up. Come down and we'll discuss it. There's your 2 weeks. Come down and we'll discuss it. Other than that, keep my name out your mouth. I ain't a tagger. I ain't a rapper. I'm none of that. I want to know why you cut the 2 videos. Why you edited the 2 videos. See, what you didn't show the people was at the end, me and that other guy took off running. We found out it was a map. On the other skit, we peeled out when we found out it was a map. How come you didn't show that part? Because to you it was sexual. To you it was sexual. Don't chop it up and then try to act like I wasn't gonna say nothing. You can think any way you want to me. I don't give a fucking rat's ass. It don't matter to me. You don't have the heart. You didn't take me up on my 24 hours to meet me so we can have a conversation. You didn't do that, huh? You ain't that stupid. Yeah, you ain't that stupid. All that trying to talk high power, dog, you ain't scaring nobody. Don't think because I'm on YouTube that you know me. Because you don't. Just like the other puto. You'll find out on the trip. You think you have the right to sit there and talk about people and disrespect people and then you got huffy and puffy when somebody does it back to you, huh? Just keep my name out your mouth. Be a good little bitch and keep my name out your mouth. Be a good little bitch and keep my name out your mouth.
¿Cómo te llamas? What? Shy girl. Shy girl? Shy girl. You look so shy. How did you get that name? I'm shy. No, you ain't shy. Not if you dress like that, you ain't shy. Don't be lying to me. You are not shy. Well, mija, me, I don't know what to call you. What do I call you? Just shy girl? Really? Looks like the state has made a mistake, ladies and gentlemen. The state has brought this young lady to the wrong institution. Well, don't that wait this shy girl, you know? Because, you know, hey, I'm proud of you. You're a good human being, shy girl. I'm going to give you my address when you get out, shy. Let me tell you something. You look like you could change a tire. I know that. Yes, you can. Am I right?
So at first I tried to go through legal channels, but the cops, think they were any help? Just gave me the runaround. Yeah, that's when I decided to take the law into my own hands.
Law.
The law.
A frightening situation for a neighborhood on the northwest side after residents woke up to gunshots and a SWAT team arriving on the scene. News for Tucson's Lupita Murillo is live on the northwest side with details on what we know so far. Lupita.
Well, I can tell you that officials tell me it involves a double shooting that took place in this house right behind me, and now officials are looking for William Bick, who is still on the run.
heard a lot of little gunshots, but not really loud. And I've seen a lot of the lights and sheriffs out there with guns, and it's really scary. I didn't know what was going on.
Ursula Salazar lives a few doors down from the house where PCSD says 2 people were shot.
The information I have is there was an adult male and an adult female, both struck by gunfire. They were able to leave the residence and transport themselves to the hospital.
Sources tell News 4 Tucson 2 women and a child were inside when the shooting happened. They were out before the SWAT team made entry.
They had information that the suspect is either the owner or the resident of the house, so they were just being extra cautious in case he was inside, and maybe he was armed. Anytime there's a shooting, we take extra precautions. So just want to be safe.
At the same time, deputies were keeping the surrounding areas safe as well.
I get a very loud pounding bang on my door, and it's the sheriff's department advising us to not leave our home, that there's a situation going on in the neighborhood.
Officials tell us the victims who were shot are in stable condition. Again, if you have any information about this, you are urged to call 911 or 88-CRIME.
Well, this is it, kid.
Wait, I got an idea. What's going on, officer?
We're looking for an escaped convict, ma'am.
We heard on that on the radio. Right, honey?
Have you seen this man?
Blasting better heads on boiled.
That is when convicts' perspective would take a different turn. It started to escalate. Then the trolls would show up in hopes of destroying his YouTube career.
Then the trolls would show up in hopes of destroying his YouTube career.
Then the trolls would show up in hopes of destroying his YouTube career.
You guys are a bunch of friggin' pussies. You know, and I don't care if people get. I don't like the behavior. Okay? I don't like the behavior. I don't like it. Period. Period.
Yeah, it's not cool.
It's like. It's not even a way to behave. Normal people don't act like that. Normal people don't act like that.
A friend would introduce Ralph Molina, a.k.a. Casper, to Flacco. According to reports, Casper was a booster, and the relationship looked to be beneficial to Flacco in some ways. The two would get along from the outset, or so it seemed. But Flacco knew little about Casper's background. He was, according to some, an active Sereno with family members in high places. And hate was in his blood, but Flacco did not know that hate and jealousy was brewing. Casper would ask if he could rent a room from Flacco, and he agreed. Before long, it was clear that Casper was getting high and living a life of mischief. High on meth, Casper started tuning into the YouTube channel. And was reading comments and watching troll videos. Casper would start to do his own investigations, learning more about the man he was renting a room from. In his mind, he did not like what he was hearing. It was against what he believed in, or so it seemed for the moment. He would tell some of the women that were around both men that he felt Flacco was a sucker for going out how he went out. Instead of being a man as he claimed, he was telling Flacco how he felt. He would talk behind his back. Jealousy seemed to be the real reason for his hate. Some people allege Flacco was hustling. Was it true? Only he knows that. But on the night of June 9, 2023, Flacco, Casper, and Priscilla, Casper's side chick, were all sitting at a table in the dining room when Casper began to talk about the plugs he had. The bravado between these men would escalate, and Flacco would chuckle that if he had plugs, why was Casper so broke? Casper would get into his feelings. The pot boiled and then began to overflow. The two men would begin to argue. Casper, embarrassed in front of this woman about Flacco's insinuations that he was a nobody, jumps up from the table and yells, "I don't give a fuck how big you are," and would grab for his phone, pretending he had a gun. This mistake was fatal. Pretending to have a gun has been the death of many young men. And in an act of self-defense, Flacco would pull a real gun, not a cell phone. A .40 caliber was in his hand in an instant. One shot would ring out, leaving Casper laying on the floor, crying out in pain. He apologized through tears and would scream, "Please, don't kill me." Flacco could have ended his life, but realizing that Casper had only his cell phone in his hand, showed restraint, probably saving his own life from prison and Casper's life from death. The bullet would ricochet off Casper's bone, hitting Priscilla in the leg. She too would yell out in pain, as Flacco yells to Priscilla to get Casper the fuck out of his house. In distress, Priscilla shouts out, "Don't shoot him no more." Flacco's response was simple, "Just get the fuck out." Priscilla would take Casper to a local hospital, and no one was there to help them. There was no doctor at the urgent care to mend Casper's gunshot wound. They would then call 911, and for all the things that Casper did not like Flacco for, he would now do by signing a statement implicating Flacco in the crime at hand. A crime that seemed on its face a crime of self-defense. Police would surround Flacco's house, and he would be nowhere to be found. He was hiding out until he could get in contact with his attorney. And as this YouTube world knows, he would turn himself in offering no statements. Some things are stranger than fiction.
There have been many instances where young men have lost their lives pretending they had a gun and they really didn't. And I think in this situation, we go back to the beginning where people were speculating, talking, "Hey man, Flacco was doing this out of his house, he was doing that. These people tried to rob him." You heard all the stories, but that's not really what happened. What happened was Flacco met this dude, thought he was all right. Let's keep it real, right? Real and raw. Flacco was a leader. He was a leader in life. Regardless of his past and what he's done, he was a leader, right? You don't just go from being a leader to, being a nobody.
He hates everything.
With no further ado, I'm not going to watch the video entirely because I think that it is too much, right? I don't even know if I'm going to listen to it with the audio on. This video is not going to be monetized, so I might as well get that out the way. All right, you know what? I don't know what I'm going to do. I just really want to break it down, but I have no idea on how, right? Let's just break it down as we watch it. That's it. That way it don't become a long video, right? Let's go.
He hates everything. He likes it.
Check it out. Come on, man. This for you. Hey, I've been chilling in the dark, suffering shit, but it's good for my heart. Keep it moving cause I like it like that. Always on the move, but I'll be right back. Nobody likes pain, but the pain got power. Do this for a lifetime.
T-shirt and can.
Shark City hustle up, tryna get a meal. Shark City doubling my double ups. Shark City hustle up, tryna get a meal. Shark City doubling my double ups. Shark City hustle up, tryna get a meal. Shark City doubling my double ups. Shark City hustle up, tryna get a meal. Shark City doubling my double ups. Shark City hustle up, tryna get a meal. Shark City doubling my double ups.
Up in the game, situation gets more drastic. Cancel fake homies like credit cards cause they plastic. And every Douglas Records day gets a little bit brighter. And every bone hustling day gets my game tighter. No more twisted days behind.
Hey, Craig, have you seen my shoe? What's that for?
The motherfucking APA's up in the house, as always. As motherfucking always. Hold on. Let me head over here. Hold on, let me get this out real quick. Gotta get that out of the chamber real quick. You already know everywhere I go. You gotta be ready, baby. But yeah, man. Who we got up in here? Who we got up in here?
You kids today are nothing but punks. Sissified. So quick to pick up a gun. You're scared to take an ass whipping. This what makes you a man.
Mike Squirrel's up in the house. What's up, my boy? Felons carrying loaded guns while driving and video recording themselves. Shit, I didn't show you no gun. Hold on, let me get this out real quick. Gotta get that out of the chamber real quick. You already know where I broke. You gotta be ready, baby. Felons carrying loaded guns while driving the video recording themselves. Shit, I didn't show you no gun. You really want to take it there, Mike, or what? Why you putting me on blast, homeboy? Why you putting me on blast, dog? I didn't say a single goddamn thing about you, homie. You look at you, already putting me on blast.
First thing I can teach you some manners. I wouldn't do that if I was you. I lose a finger, I won't be able to count to 10.
Bad guys. Obviously you guys already know that I'm here chilling with it and dealing by myself. I don't need to have 2, 3, 4, 5 J-Cats on my channel to back up my play, to agree with me. I handle everything by myself. We got up in here.
Man, what's up, homie? Mike's World in the motherfucking Canton. I got a little fucking something to say up in here. I'll speak my piece. I've been right in the middle of this shit, basically, on my end.
Okay, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? To back up my play, to agree with me, I handle everything by myself.
What's the matter with you? I guess I just can't take it, sir. What did you say? It's my nerves, sir. I just can't stand this yelling anymore. Your nerves? Well, hell, you're just a goddamn coward. Don't have a yellow bastard sitting here crying in front of these brave men who've been wounded in battle. Shut up! Don't admit this yellow bastard. Nothing wrong with him. We won't have sons of bitches who are afraid to fight stinking up this place of honor. You're going back to the front, my friend. You may get shot, you may get killed, but you're going up to the fighting. Either that or I'm going to stand you up in front of a firing squad. I ought to shoot you myself, you goddamn bastard. Get him out of here. Send him up to the front. You hear me? You goddamn coward!
Understand this, money. When I did the video about Munchies, when they were down south, money, you know what I'm saying, and Fred Nellis, I edited that video myself, so I took a lot of shit out, money, because this dude, I'm not the one to expose anybody. Like, I've been knowing about this since this guy was down there with 10,000 subscribers. I've been knowing this guy was a fucking joke, and that he ain't no hitter or none of that type of shit. You know, anybody could go to prison, money, and get involved with you. All you gotta do is be good at kissing ass, money. You know what I'm saying? So, don't get me wrong, there is some motherfuckers that earn their stripes, you know what I'm saying? But this ain't one of them. Now, this individual, money, when he was in the Y, when he got down to Fred Nellis, and this was something that I had taken out, and like I said, at any given point, man, I get Munchies back on deck, money, and he'll tell you himself, I don't got to be making up nothing, money. Like I said, it wasn't my place to start any kind of YouTube war or be going back and forth with any of these J-Cat vatos or anything like that. I don't do that, money. I catch a motherfucker slipping, money.
I need you fresh. If I come back here and get you, you know what it is.
Django.
Don't play that.
Yes, sir. I hear you. You won't have to come back. There won't be no problem. Frank, you need anything?
Where's my money? Red Top gave you the package. You're supposed to hand me my money. Here's a jar right here, 20%.
Oh, you got the jar?
That's right.
Get the fuck out of here, Frank. Oh, what you gonna do? What the fuck you gonna do, Frank? Huh? What you do? You gonna shoot me in front of everybody? Huh? Come on.
I mean, I'll find out where you're at one way or another. I know people that know people that know people that can get that type of information. You know what I'm saying? So, my point being, money, is this individual right here, money, when he was in the Y, money, and this is shit that I don't know if it's been exposed or not, but the real motherfuckers know, and real dudes don't even, they're not really on, you know, YouTube to be giving their opinions. Just like I said, I didn't want to expose this cat, but this cat is running his mouth and thinking everything's a fucking game and a joke. He just turned into a fucking straight clown. You know what I mean? And the shit that this dude said, it really bothered me, money. Like, when he did this video, it bothered me. I didn't like the shit. And that's why I'm back on the whole YouTube thing again, because I was just chilling out, minding my business and trying to get other things situated that's more important than me being on here, giving you my history. And like I said, you know, like, I don't do none of this shit to showboat or nothing, money. But to the subject, money, is that this Vato right here, money, he was never no hitter, money. When he was in YA, he went to the drug program, my boy. He didn't go to like the main line with all the hitters, and he wasn't involved with all the riots, all that shit. This guy got in one riot. There was 10 vatos there in this riot. Many Monchis will tell you, 10 dudes. After that first riot, 5 stopped banging, money. You know what I'm saying? And this vato, Gunner, Skinner, whatever the fuck his name is, money, he's one of them dudes that stopped banging in YA, money, and basically was a lever and went to a drug program. So when he's telling you all these stories about the craziest Southsider he ever met, the craziest Crip in YA, it's all bullshit. You can't be with the craziest people if you're over there in the drug program. The craziest people were on the linea over there pushing the line and putting in work, money. So, you know, this vato tells you guys a bunch of stories. I know all you guys like that shit, and everyone wants to hear fake ass stories and all that type of shit. That's your motherfucking cup of fucking tea, cup of coffee, however you like it, baby, with or without sugar, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, this dude right here, I think he's just going a little bit too far with some of his little punk ass shows that he feels like he can say whatever the fuck he wants, money, and I don't like the shit.
So as I'm sitting there and I hear the active Norteños doing the shutdown, I'm like, oh, D, right? I'm participating like a motherfucker. But I start to hear a whole bunch of Northern Riders while we're doing our fucking shutdown, busters, disrespecting, screaming loud, trying to scream over us. And the homeboys kept it very professional. We're keeping it real, you know what I mean? Doing our shutdown and boom, we're done. Now, at no point in time have I ever disrespected this guy or called this guy a clown. I do know who Snoop is. I do know Snoop. Now, we know, those that have been fucking with me since day one, that I did have him on the phone, I did talk to him, and that he just said, oh yeah, gun, yeah, I remember, bro, yeah, at first I didn't know, but now I know. Oh yeah, gun, yeah, I remember, bro, yeah, at first I didn't know, but now I know. Right, but now he doesn't know again, he forgot again. Whenever it's beneficial for someone to forgive and forget, or forget to forgive, they do that. But that's cool, you know what I mean? I don't care. I don't care. Know me or don't know me. Sasuke, you gon' feel me, acknowledge me, right? I'm here and I ain't going nowhere, so you know, when it comes to the brown people, I'm a struggle and strive to truly believe what I believe in, right? And that's for the people, by the people. Now, I will say this about Snoop from Northern Riders. This vato considers himself a legend, of legendary status. There's been a lot of people that have hit the California Department of Correction, YARDA, and handled their business. Snoop is one of those people to handle his business on the yard. There's no denying the fact. The vato got hands, the vato put hands on several people. But best believe you don't win them all, bucko, right? And I'm sure that people have put hands on him as well. We have not heard too much about it, but Sasuke, it happened. It happened. Don't shoot the moon. Snoop, shoot the moon. It happens, right? Just shoot the moon, bro. You know what I mean? A meeting, get it off your chest. Get the monkey off your pinchy back, right? It happens. Now, you're not fucking undefeated. You're not the best to ever do it. But I will say this with respect, Holmes. I do respect your name. I do respect your get down. Do I promote your name and your get down? Charlie, right? And that's just it. You can't be mad at me because I have a platform, Holmes, and I'm not on your fucking jock, and I'm not on your nuts. Mine are big too. I does my thing because I does my thing. You feel me? Reading between them lines. Now, trip out. So I was hearing this interview with him and Flacco. And for the most part, you know, whatever he was saying, his story, whatever he was coming with, righteously, you know what I mean? He's a man to be interviewed. He does views. People like to hear what Snoop has to say, or they hate to hear what he has to say, but they tune in anyways. I've myself distanced myself and backed up from trying to interview him just based on the last conversation we had where he tried to throw money involved and everything. And Charlie Holmes, quite contrary to what people believe, I ain't balling like that. I ain't got money just to be here, like, here, you, get on. I ain't got money to be giving out like that, Menudo, right? But what I do have, Holmes, is a lot of charisma and a big platform, Holmes, to spread knowledge, education, knowledge you won't get in college, right? And I'm sure we've heard Snoop's story over and over and over again. Now, for those of you that don't know who Snoop is, Maurice Vasquez, he is actually the founder and the leader, the Playboy president, he calls himself, of the Northern Riders, or certified riders, or whatever the case may be. Like I said, I've never once clowned on these vatos as far as, man, they're poop butts or chumps. You know, I just don't agree with their agenda. I tend to disagree with people who join other gangs after they've been out of them. Okay, that's just me. You know, hey, when you're done with the majors, you cannot go back to the minors. When you're done, period, you're done. Now, if you fucking are like you've never been a part of nothing and you decide to join up with them and that is what he does and he does what it is, órale pues, right? Handle your fucking business and get on down the yellow brick road. That's it. But as far as me and I'm concerned and my people that I fuck with, we're righteous. We're just gonna back up and do our thing. Okay, we're not gonna fucking kick back and affiliate with someone else after, you know, we've already backed up off of what we've been doing. You know, several things that we've done, Holmes, for the Norteño movement and for the Norte, Holmes, we can never take back. You know, I cannot hate the Norte just because one man tells me to because he has a bone to pick with the Norte. I cannot hate the fucking movement that I loved and the cause that I strive for so many years just because you, Snoop, don't like it. So I'm just kidding. Now, there are a lot of youngsters and a lot of people that believe in Snoop. They believe in what he pushes. But I don't believe in slandering Norteños. I don't believe in talking shit about the Norte just because I'm no longer part of or I don't rock that agenda, homes. I'm about the brown people. You, Snoop, are brown. I promote that. You fucking Norteños are brown. Southsiders, Bulldogs are brown. I promote that, right? But I don't promote agendas as far as disrespecting or stepping on another man's fucking headpiece to get ahead. It's like, do it on your own merits, homes. Do it with your charisma. Do it with your boca. Baby, we can do it. Take the time, do it right. I can do it, baby. I can do it all night. Ask her, right? Anyways, so I seen this interview and I was like, Charlie Holmes. It seemed like the whole interview was good. In the last few minutes, he wanted to disrespect Kai lightweight. Myself and the homeboy Rojo, Big Rojo, who I have nothing but the utmost respect for, who did it at a very elite and high level. You know, I myself had a little bit of status, so I was doing my thing too at the same time, in the meantime, in between time. And I'm sure Snoop was also doing his thing. I've heard of him. You know, I've heard a lot of the stories. I know who he is, personally. That's a fact, right? I know who he is, personally. That's a fact, right? I know who he is, personally. That's a fact, right? I've seen him in action. I've seen him handle his business, right? The Bato has hands, right? I will deny that. But one thing I will say about Snoop is, Charlie Holmes, what makes him better than me or me better than him? I'm not gonna fucking rock his narrative. Now, let's get to another little guy. Spencer Natira, con permiso. We got another guy to address, and that's this guy, EBK family. Now, if you guys recall, you know, I've had several lives, man. I've been in communication with this guy for a while. Shout out and respects to the homeboy, man, from Watson. Good little dude, man. Righteous individual, you know what I mean? We chop it up. You know what I mean? I've seen his wedding pictures, his familia, his beautiful family homes. He's a righteous dude, you know. Whatever his agenda is and however he got caught up and found himself being a Northern Rider, I respect his gangster homes. I respect his game. That's him. Like I said, it's not for me. I don't choose to defect from one thing and join another. But at the same time, I don't knock the next man for doing what he does. I don't know how his life worked out. I don't know what bullet pudding he fell in and couldn't get his way out of, right? I don't fuck with yellow pudding pops. But what I will say is, however anyone does their thing and does their life doesn't mean I disrespect them for it. I've showed this guy nothing but the utmost love and respect, and he did get at me. He did get at me on a phone conversation. He was like, hey, bro, there's a lot of people saying that you're a Northern Rider. I say there's a lot of people that are fucking malosos. That's never been the case, homes. There's been a lot of trolls that have trolled me, doctored, crop photos, did all kinds of things, homes, to make me look bad, or what they feel is making me look bad. But at the same time, I pay no attention to the man behind the curtain because I also have a big ass speed right? So I don't have to worry about that. And in a direct fashion, I'm the gun, and those that know me and fuck with me know what it is. Hey, respect to the homies from Soho. You see how we was doing it in fucking Vegas, just chilling. Big grupo, right? Grupo feed man, right? That's how we were doing it. Now let me tell you. But he was like, this and that, and I'm gonna put out a video. I said, no, let me go ahead and address it again for the 100th time, just so you don't have to do that. And I did, and that was that. And I'm today, gracias, I seen you did it. I ain't gonna make a video. A couple weeks later, boom, now he's making a video. Now I don't know if he's doing it for views or he's doing it to get some attention for his channel. Like I said, if that's the case, little brother, do your thing, man. Like I said, you guys can use my name all you want. Sasuke, I do. If it's gonna help you, it's gonna help you, homes. But don't ever, and I said fucking ever, feel that you can disrespect or slight or slander my name just based on you want to get some views, homes, because that's going to apply pressure, homes, that doesn't need to be applied, and I'm going to feel some type of way. Now, in this case, like I said, he's the little homie, man. I've had nothing but love and respect for him. I'm going to give him the pass, homes. He wasn't disrespecting. He was keeping it righteous and real. But all that, I don't know, man. It seems kind of fishy to me, homes. You know what I mean? I think dropping out and joining the gang seems kind of fishy to me too, homes, but I don't say that. I give you the respect that you deserve. So let's keep it that way, you know what I mean? And let's keep it all grupo firme. If not, you know what I mean? Then there's a different route that we could go. Okay, we don't want to go that route. You know, just has crazy stories. He's out there working at Wiener Schnitzel, pushing a fucking Uber car around. Bang, bang. That's how it be sometimes. Anyways, respects to EBK family. Do your thing. Look, I'm not, you know what I mean? At the same time, homes, if you want to push for your people, push for your people. Those are your people, not my people, homes. They're brown, so I guess they are my people, but they're not my people like that. You feel me? I don't do rabbit ears, homes. You know what I mean? I do rabbit gears, and that's what we call it. So as I'm sitting there and I hear the active Norteños doing the shutdown, I'm like, oh, dude, right? I'm participating like a motherfucker. But I start to hear a whole bunch of Northern Riders while we're doing our fucking shutdown, busters, disrespecting, screaming loud, trying to scream over us. And the homeboys kept it very professional. We're keeping it real, you know what I mean? Doing our shutdown, and boom, we're done. Time to lay out that cama and fuck, I'm tired of doing burpees, that's it, right? And go to sleep.
What's gonna happen? It's gonna happen. Don't try to stop it. You understand me? Brothers are talking about you. They're saying that you're not showing them anything.
Buenas tardes, Gunners Collective. Back at it like a motherfucking smacker. We ain't even got time to sing right now. It feels good though, huh, when we do that? But we ain't really got that type of time right now. See, because this is breaking news. This is probably the break the back news more than I've ever said before. And I hate to say it, man, but I was right. I hate to put it out there. And I know there's going to be a lot of naysayers and a lot of people are going to have a lot to say. But when it all comes out, and it's about to really come out now, Pensa la tira. That's all I can say. Gil Tejada, the American Cholo. A lot of people support him. A lot of people support his movement. Respect his get down. Respect everything he says. Now that's real player shit, right? Everyone respects that. But really, who is this guy? Do you really know? Do I really know? Well, I really know now. I hate to say it, Gil, but it's over, man. It's done, bro. Your filth has been found out. Now, the past couple of days, people have been going in on me because I kicked it with Cowboy. You know, and everyone's saying, well, he's on this type of law and that type of law. It's like this and like that. And like I know everything, like I knew everything when I pull up, you know. But I'm here to tell you there's a big difference from what he went through to what Gil was going through or is about to go through. Oh, I see the storm coming. It's about to be a tornado, a hurricane, that's it. Whatever Cowboy has, if you look into the research and research his program, his paperwork, I'm sure you'll find out that it's one of those cases where they threw his ass up under a bus, right? Remember, Nipsey died in his arms. He didn't kick it with shady characters. Remember, he's on his block on the corner every day, representing for his peoples. And his homeboys don't trip on him. Now, don't say that bullshit is because blacks are watered down and they don't hold their people accountable, because they absolutely, and I'm here to tell you, hold their people accountable when it comes to things like that. That's facts, right? But in this case, you know, it's just a whole bunch of he said, she said, and what you do have is a big discrepancy in this case. Now, Gil, and there's a reason why I'm speaking on that. Breaking news. When Gil went to the CYA, he did a violation, and he told several people that he did this violation for shooting at cops and attempted murders and things of that nature, to which he only picked up 2 years. Now, I know, and you know, anyone who's been incarcerated, if you shoot at the popo, allegedly, you're going to do a whole lot more time than 2 years. I don't care if you're charged as a minor or no, none of that, okay? You're going to do time. In 1996, Gil Tejada, the American Cholo, went to CYA, not for shooting at police officers, not for doing anything in a vicious fashion. He absolutely, and I'm here to tell you, gente, because I have the paperwork. Yes, I have the paperwork. Facts. Go to the full community. They have the paperwork. Ask a lot of his homeboys that fuck with him about the paperwork. And I'm here to tell you right now, Spencer Latira, Gil, I'm sorry I have to bust you out, brother, but it's the way it is, right? Gil Tejada went to CYA for lewd and lascivious acts with the 15-year-old woman, girl at that time, who's now a woman. Now, of course, his record has been expunged because once he turned 18, he got it expunged. So, of course, you can't go back and see it. It's not going to be on his record, but we do have the paperwork. It's been a long time in the comings and in the makings, and the paperwork has been sent. And those gente that know around YouTube, yes, no. Gil Tejada is a sex offender. Okay, I'm not here to slander your name and say allegedlys and what ifs. The paperwork is out there. Now, of course, he's going to defend himself. He's going to say people are speaking on him. They're going to say, Gunner, why are you speaking on him? You have no right to speak. I'm only keeping it real. So you can tap in with me or tap out. It's totally up to you. It's totally up to you for what you want to believe. But I'm going to place the paperwork right here so you can see it and read it for yourselves. If you go to the full community, they've already posted on it. This is not no game. I'm not here to slander this man and defecate on his character. I'm not here to hate on the Cali Mac or the movement that he had going, because I supported his movement. I supported him as a man. But what must be said must be said. What's real will always rise to the top. These are facts, man. These are facts. Okay, I know a lot of you people are like, well, Gunner, you're not the one to speak on nothing, but I ain't got no sex case. I ain't never had, never will be. Right? That ain't never been on my agenda. But this man definitely, the American Cholo, does and did. Now, a lot of people were fooled, and it's easy to fool and manipulate people on YouTube. A lot of people will say one thing and do another. The cool part about this situation is how hard and how gung-ho this Vato went in on SPM. I've always been righteous when I say fuck SPM. I've always been real in that stance. Why? Because SPM was a chomo. See, there's a difference between being a chomo and scratching some chick's tit when you rip her fucking chain off in a robbery, right? There's a big difference from pissing in public and someone driving by, hey, I see your tweenie. Of course, big, hey, right? There's a big difference. See, all those different cases that I mentioned, you can have to sign up for Megas Law, different things. And I'm not here to defend anyone or anything, because that's not my get down. I'm just here merely to break the news and tell you, Spencer Latira, for all you sympathizers and people that truly believe in the American Cholo, man, he does have this on his record. This is on his jacket, man. Now, he's going to defend himself. And I know a lot of people are going to feel some type of way. I told you so, I told you so. And I'm not here to say I told you so. I think it's a bad day to be brown. I think it's a bad light that's being shed, but I'm going to share it. Because if no one else will, I will. Because I got the papeles. See, I got the PW, the paperwork. That's all that matters. You know, the full community, they also have the paperwork, and that's all that matters. We're bringing you food on it. 10-5 a key, you can't miss, right? Spencer Gill, I'm not trying to be funny, but you know what you did, eh? Before you go speaking on people who can and can't go back to their neighborhood, it's time to pack up. Gotta get up, Bessie, you might want to get going. They're gonna send some friends of mine, and it's gonna be ugly. Because for all that bullshit that you push, and for all that righteousness and disrespect to people in the back and forth with you and Whack 100, we're gonna get to that because I heard a rumor on that too. With all that, what really truly happens? That's it. Meantime, in between time, here's knowledge they can't get in college. Whole time, you've been hiding a secret. Couple secrets, huh? But that's your number one secret. Lewd and lascivious acts with a 15-year-old, to which someone is already right now locking it in to get an interview with her, because she's a grown adult now and has a lot to say. You thought people weren't going to discover the field. See, that's what happens in this world. People don't really speak on it, people don't say things, or they put something that shouldn't be out there without paperwork, and it's an ugly situation. But like I said, there's the PW. It's right there. I'm leaving it up here the whole time. Read it, so you don't feel cheated. So you don't feel like I'm trying to disrespect or slight this man, because that's farthest from the truth what I'm trying to do. I'm just calling it a spade a spade. I'm keeping it as real as fuck. Now here's the rumor I heard. You guys ready to hear it? You holding? Breaking news. Come on, Gil. I know Whack 100 pulled up to your spot, bro. We all know. Whack 100 pulled up to your spot, banging all up on your door, disrespecting your peoples, man, and you didn't come out. Now that's a fact. I'm not here to air dirty laundry and speak on some bullshit. I'm here to keep it real. Take it for what you want. That's a fact, man. Oh, Paro! He was at your doorstep, and you didn't come out. But you want the people behind you, the gente behind you when you pull up 50 strong to no jumper for a skinny white dude like Adam, when you could have easily caught him on the corner at Winchell's and got a donut with him, right? I backed your play on that one too, because I felt righteously, man, for the people, by the people. The raza needed a representative. You're not that representative, Humps. You're not that one. The paperwork says otherwise. It's right there in black and white, not written up, not made up. I wouldn't sit here and slander your name, defecate on your character, or do nothing of the sort. I said, if it wasn't for really though. I said, for really, really though. Breaking news, man. Guilty hala. Got lewd and lascivious acts on a 15-year-old. Where do we go from here, raza? It's hard to depend on people, huh? And to trust. I know American Cholo has a big following, and there's going to be a lot of people that righteously stand beside him. And I don't blame them. They're manipulated and they feel the way they feel. You know? But look into it, man. All I'm saying is look into it. You know, don't take my word for it, or the paperwork's word for it, or the full community's word for it, or anyone else that's going to make a video on its word for it. But be righteous and real and diligent in your due process. This man, from me to you, gente, he's no good. You know, all this shit he talked about SPM, how many different times he went on SPM and roasted him and had something to say, and come on, player. I say, come on, player. When meanwhile, the whole time, he's been dirty in the game. Cold. Boo-boo, Spencer Holmes. You know, you have to sit there every day and bask in the ambience of a predator. Bask in the ambience of someone maybe that made a mistake. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say he still continues to do that. He might have made a mistake. But at the same time, in the meantime, in between time, those are fucking mistakes you cannot make. Okay? I understand people put jackets on people. They have to sign up for megazolls, things like that. Like I said, peeing in public with a big old chorra. I understand. But at the end of the day, there's no justification for anybody or anything. I'm not the one to defend the rights or the righteousness of anyone. I'm just here to keep it real and tell you what the paperwork says. I can read it word for word, but you can read as well. I'm sure and I hope. With that being said, gente, it's a bad look and a bad day for the brown man. But we will prevail, because this one guy does not represent all of us. At least he doesn't represent us no more. For those of you that he continues to represent and you let him manipulate and twist you up, like I said, the paperwork's right there. I said, I've been told from an anonymous source, a real good source, I said, that even close friends of his have backed up. They said, oh, hell nah. Exactly, because that's what it is. See, I be real as I can be real. That's real fake. Now, everyone go ahead and make your little videos about it and discuss it and be opinionated and give your perspective. But I dropped the breaking news right here. Damn, me and the full community, we're like going back and back, because we're like, we get all the hot news. You already know what it is, the gun. With that being said, move smooth with a purpose. I hope you get everything that you want coming to you. Remember, at the end of the day, we were all fooled. That's it. Shame on us? Nah, Gil. Shame on you, weirdo. Shame on you. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Heavy's gonna be the head that wears the crown. I struggled and I strived with a cell phone to get ahead. Look at what he did. The gun. Bang, bang.
I can only speak on things that I know and people that I've done time with. I can only speak on things that I know and people that I've done time with. I can only speak on things that I know and people that I've done time with.
And the way prison is, I don't like talking about prison, but the way prison is, no matter how solid you are, you don't know if your fucking celly's losing his mind. So even as you sleep, you're on guard, you're listening. Is there a change in your celly's fucking program? Because he might be going crazy. You never know. I've seen that shit happen.
They're all gonna laugh at you.
You are only an hour away from me. As a man, I can only control what I do. You are only an hour away from me. As a man, I can only control what I do.
No, that's Gunner. Gunner got the 11.
No, that's Gunner. Gunner got the 11.
No, that's Gunner. Gunner got the 11. I don't got him an 11. I don't got him an 11.
I got the 11. You know what I mean? Times 7.
I got the 11. You know what I mean? Times 7. I got the standard issue, but I fuck hard. So
You are only an hour away from me. I try to have interactions with people. You are only an hour away from me. Right? And it is what it is. I'm not a tough guy. I'm not a gangster.
I'm a YouTuber.
You are only an hour away from me, fucking punk. What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. So I took a few days off from creating content, right? And I think it was Friday when YouTube exploded. There have been things leading up, right? I think for me it was important to take a step back from YouTube, enjoy time with friends and family. We went to the Mariachi Fest at Hollywood Bowl on Saturday. Party like a motherfucker, right? Had a party bus, had a great time. I was laid up all day yesterday. But I have been keeping an eye on the comment section, right? And it's a trip. It really is. I want to say this in all sincerity, man, in all seriousness. YouTube is very dangerous right now. I don't think people understand. I think some people think it's a game. I'm hoping, I mean, listen, man, phone calls are being made. People are upset. People got family. People got friends, and their friends and their family get. Hey, man. I tell people all the time, all the content creators who I have spoken to in the past and currently with all this stuff going around, and I always tell them the same thing. I'm allergic to beef. I come from an era where I know what real beef is. I try my best not to move based on my ego. YouTube's full of some grown-ass men. I can't tell another grown-ass man what to do. It's not my place. But those that I have spoken to, I ask them, think of their loved ones. I'm not a tough guy. I'm not a gangster. I'm a YouTuber.
Okay.
Shit. Damn.
Yeah.
And?
Do not act like you're in my world. You are not in my world.
Don't be tweaking with niggas from Chicago, gang, cause like in the right for a motherfucker really like get up with you, clap your ears together, you know.
See, the problem is though is that most of the Chicago guys, they've never been on an airplane, and they're probably never gonna be on an airplane. And if you were to go into their bank account,
stupid, goofy ass.
most of the Chicago guys, they've never been on an airplane, and they're probably never gonna be on an airplane. And if you were to go into their bank account,
stupid, goofy ass.
you would find like $40.
Where's you from?
I'm from motherfucking New Hampshire,
nigga,
buddy.
Fuck New Hampshire, nigga. Yo,
what you talking about? Fuck New Hampshire.
Fuck New Hampshire.
Fuck wherever the fuck you're from.
My homies, don't get up like that on BD. Don't do that. Don't do that, shorty. You made me nervous on the gas. Don't do that.
Listen, there's a reason why I got my security right here. You're gonna crack that Casamigos on your dome piece.
I would never let you beat her up.
The security just came up in here.
I would never let you beat her up.
The security just came up in here. He felt the vibes.
You say you ain't gonna do the what?
I ain't never gonna let Cub get beat up in here. On fight crip. Never gonna let Cub get beat up in here. On fight crip. Never gonna let Cub get beat up in here. On fight crip.
Cause I'll tee this bitch up on King Day.
Do it.
Come on.
I'm not seeing it.
I'll tee this bitch up. Come on, bees.
Do it.
I'll tee this bitch up. Hey,
you ain't gonna
Adam.
beat up on Cub. On fight crip. You ain't gonna beat up on Cub. On fight crip. You ain't gonna beat up on Cub. On fight crip.
You gonna save him?
That's my best friend. That's my bestie.
You gonna save him?
That's my bestie. That's my bestie.
What you mean, gang? You not do nothing here. You not do nothing here. What you mean, gang? You not do nothing here. You not do.
All right, yeah. Just sit down, relax. Everybody, we can finish the podcast out.
I'll touch you, homie.
Shit, look, and I've had people talk shit on the internet about me, man, and I've seen them face to face. Nothing has ever happened. So it's all woofing. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that, oh, fuck, we should get into an altercation, but I'm just saying if you're woofing all that shit and then you confront a man and nothing happens, hey, homie, stop it. Stop it.
Exactly. Just shut up, homie. Just shut up, homie. That's it. Just shut up. And to me, if you old enough to talk that shit, and I'm not talking about criticizing somebody. No, I'm talking about some shit, right? If you old enough to talk that shit, you better be old enough to fucking get your boots fucking nice and fucking tight and get ready to run this. And don't act like a little girl, homeboy. That's the only thing. If anybody, homie, anybody, if somebody, I don't give, and I'm not even saying this what was said. If somebody, anybody in the chat, if you disagree with me, if somebody came up and on air said your wife's a bitch, your wife's this nigga, Fool, look who you hanging with, carnal.
What did you just say? Nigger?
Nigger.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, Jesus.
You just said that word.
Yeah, I did, Sonny. I did. I said, you keep hanging with these guys and you keep taking shots at me. That's what I said. If you would leave me the fuck alone, I could care less. But you always keep taking shots at me like I'm this nigga. Fool, look who you hanging with, carnal.
What did you just say?
Nigger?
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 Yeah, you did.
Oh, Jesus.
You just said that word.
Yeah, I did, Sonny. I did. I said, you keep hanging with these guys and you keep taking shots at me. That's what I said. Oh, you got me. You got me. Anything else, Sonny?
I got what I wanted. I got what I wanted.
35-year sentence for the rapper known as the South Park Mexican for sexually assaulting a 9-year-old girl last year.
It's low class. We're better than that. Chale, my business has nothing to do with la onda. Madera, you're part of the clica. Mira, I was onda before you were. Ya se acabó. You know, so why is it that you got a problem with people that jam SPM? It's a thing, homie, when you have a problem with the man himself. Have a problem with the man himself. Nobody's stopping that. Have a problem with him. You know, but when you have a problem, when you start pointing fingers to the whole goddamn state of Texas, oh, y'all supporting Chomos, nigga, fuck you. That's what I got to say, nigga, fuck you. You know, that's a fucking hell of a chaquete to put on people. So what
how did everybody in Texas respond when they heard about Jenny 6ix9ine getting jumped because she was bumping SPM? But if you watch a lot of the footage and read a lot of the comments, a lot of people, even from Southern California, are like, "Fool, I still bump MCM, man, and what? Like, who you gonna greenlight me? You guys gonna jump me?" A lot of people came forward, like, doesn't matter what he did, we still bump him in Southern California. And I watched and I read the comments, and I was waiting for, you know, Mr. Criminal or Mr. Capone and all these individuals to respond, and they couldn't answer that. So
and a lot of times, they're not gonna be able to answer it. You know why? Because they don't have it. They don't have a response to it. They don't have, and me personally, you know, shout out to Jenny 6ix9ine. I didn't know who she was, bro, until, you know, mind is, I've been in prison 10 years. You know, so when I came home, that was the first time I ever heard about Jenny 6ix9ine. You know, and I went to listen to her music.
You received a fair trial, you received due process, and the jury has spoken.
Six Prison Story family salute. Y'all should Tim Snow. Back here with another one, probably my most requested topic, most wanted video. Everybody in the world wants to know, what do you think about SPM, Tim Snow?
You remember when it happened? You know anything about it? What's the deal with the case, man? Well, I can't lie, I do remember when it all happened.
Hi guys, my name is Roy, and and for the most evil invention in the world contest, I invented a child molesting robot.
Beg your pardon, what?
I'm sorry, I'll speak up. It's a robot that is designed to molest children, and I call it Robo Chomo. You see, it's powered by solar rechargeable fuel cells, and it costs pennies to manufacture, and it can, theoretically, molest twice as many children as a human molester, and quite frankly, have to die.
Literally, they arrested him for molesting a 9-year-old girl that spent the night with at his house. The story was that this was his daughter's friend. They spent the night, and while they were asleep, SPM crept in and gave the girl some type of oral action that she didn't want, she didn't deserve, and wasn't old enough for. None of that. Said the man was so rat bastard after that, he took her home and sat down and ate a boba menudo with their family and left her there, man. That's the coldest one of all. Okay. Here's where all the confusion comes in from the people from other states, people that aren't old enough and everything like that. The girl did testify saying it could possibly have been a dream. She ain't even sure if it was real or not. And he was still found guilty, okay? I can't lie, that was weird. If I was on the jury and she said it could have been a dream, I probably could not have found him guilty myself. But I'll explain to you why the district attorney ran with that case first and only. Because in Texas, they will not sit here and try you over and over and over again for the same thing. If they hit you with 45 years, they might not even worry about a murder case. They might drop that. You know what I mean? They got you already. It doesn't matter. So how the district attorney in Houston explained it was, he took the iffy case first, knowing he had a chance of losing this first case against SPM. If he lost the first case against SPM, he didn't care, he said. That first case was to bring the attention, bring forward other possible victims, other possible witnesses, other possible people, to allow people to realize the system's after this guy is not that powerful, and if you want to help them, you can. That's pretty much what his first trial was about. But the DA got lucky, and they found him guilty. So this being in Texas, they were done. They didn't need anything else, man. If he didn't win, that was it. And the DA literally came out after that and said, hey, man, we're thankful. We know we're lucky for this conviction. But had we lost this one, we were ready to re-indict him, take him back to trial, and find him guilty for having a baby with the 12 and 13-year-old girl. Because that was a slam dunk. Literally, he had genetic proof that that was his daughter with a 12-year-old, okay? Here's where more confusion comes in. This 12 or 13-year-old girl, they say, was dancing at the Blue Flame strip club when he met her. I've been to the Blue Flame strip club a million times back in the day. They had a boxing ring in there. It was right there by Cullen and shit, by Mr. Davis' place, feed store, where he bought the swings. We go all the time. And yes, sir, knowing you just met a girl in a strip club, you probably can take her home. You know she's legal. No problem. That's what he did. But it didn't end there. Had it ended there, everybody would have let the man make it. No, that's the girl he ended up getting pregnant. And they have proof that he was picking her up and dropping her off at junior high school. The man knows she was young. He didn't care. He was in his mid to late 20s, I believe. Here's the other crazy part. South Park Mexican proposed to the young lady. He asked a 13-year-old girl to marry him. Think about it. And we're not even talking about the situation where he got caught out on bond. Take your Google browser today and Google SPM bond revoked. They caught the man in another hotel room with a 14-year-old girl. It was like a setup. And he fell for it. So, I don't really know. It's crazy that he does still have so many fans, so many people scream that he's innocent. But a lot of it has to do with Juan Gotti's song. And Juan Gotti, you probably gonna see this, and I don't give a damn. You, my man, stirred the pot, confused the world with a totally fake song, and you know it. In the song, he's asking SPM, yo, homie, how's the handball court? Blah, blah, blah. SPM's been in PC this entire time. He's never played a game of handball. He's never shot a game of basketball. Probably never once played a game of dominoes in 20-something years. Texas barely even has a protective custody. There's only a few people in it. He's one of them. You tell me if he feels innocent, why we even be there? You know what I mean? There's so much in this case. The songs where Juan Gotti also in the song said, yo, I seen it on that little girl's Facebook. Now you're her favorite rapper. Come on, Juan Gotti, dog. I don't think you've seen that at all. A 9-year-old girl molested, named drug through the mud, and now he's her favorite rapper. Dude, you will probably suffer the same fate as SPM for this, for supporting him, and for making everybody so confused about the case. But there's something I'm fixing to read to y'all, and I'll let you see how you feel about it. All right, this article right here is actually from the Houston Press, look. And it's explaining everything. And it's wrote by Olivia Flores Alvarez. Salute to you, man. Thank you for this. Listen, it says, while Houston rapper Carlos Coy, a.k.a. South Park Mexican, sits in the Texas Department of Corrections prison serving a 45-year sentence for the sexual assault of a 9-year-old girl, his family and friends are mounting a free SPM campaign. The charges are bogus, they say. The accuser was just out to get SPM's money, they insist. Actually, that would be accusers, plural with an S. A total of 8 girls and young women, the youngest of 9, have accused SPM of having sexual contact with them while they were underage. Taking a page from Houston Press contributor Gustavo Arellano's Ask a Mexican humor column, where readers asked Arellano to explain Hispanics, we decided to ask another Mexican to explain SPM. There's nothing funny about SPM's situation, of course, and at best he's an innocent man falsely accused of a heinous crime. At the very worst, he's a horrible pedophile. You decide. In 1995, Carlos Coy and his brother Arthur Coy Jr. launched Dope House Records with SPM as the label's leading artist. In 1999, while talking about his dropping out of school at the age of 17, Coy tells Houston Press contributor Craig D. Lindsay, "One more year in high school, and I would have went to jail for fucking all those little bitches." I'm gonna say that again. He told a reporter, "One more year in high school, and I would have went to jail for fucking those little bitches." Well, he like 9th graders way back then. In August 2000, Dope House Records exceeded 1.5 million units. In July 2001, 20-year-old Jill Odom files a lawsuit against Carlos Coy asking that he be declared the legal father of her son, Jordan Dominique Odom. Odom was only 13 when she began a relationship with Coy and only 14 when she gave birth to him. So I had the dates wrong, sorry. During their relationship, Coy in his early 20s knew Odom was in 7th grade. Let me repeat that. During their relationship, Coy in his early 20s knew the woman was in junior high. Man, it's even hard to keep reading after this, y'all. Okay, I'm sorry. Paternity tests later proved that Coy is the boy's father. That's enough right there, man. See, they could have stopped and ran a case on Jill Odom, her son, and gave his ass 99 years if they wanted to. And they knew it. That's why they picked the 9-year-old. They wanted to try to get her some justice and get attention. It worked. Look, on September 25th, 2001, Carlos Coy is arrested and charged with aggravated sexual assault of Jane Doe, who claims Coy entered the bedroom where she was sleeping with Carly Coy and molested her, licking her pelvic area. On March 6, 2002, the Harris County District Attorney's Office files additional sexual assault charges against Coy, alleging that on February 3, Coy, who was awaiting the Jane Doe trial, and some friends picked up two 14-year-old female fans and took them to a motel in North Houston. That's what I was telling y'all about. Let me read this again, y'all. Pay attention. On March 6, 2002, the Harris County District Attorney's Office files additional sexual assault charges on Coy, alleging February 3rd, Coy, who was waiting the Jane Doe trial, and some friends picked up two 14-year-old female fans and took them to a motel in North Houston while out on bond. Coy says nothing sexual took place during the visit, claiming that he napped in the hotel room while the rest of the group went to local cafes. But one girl claims he had sex with the rapper. Coy turns himself in on March 7th and his bond is revoked. So literally the man was on bond for messing with little kids, and the Dope House crew went and picked up two 14-year-olds for him. So what's up, Dope House crew? What y'all thinking, man? I seen that interview Rashid did trying to explain things. I hope it wasn't you that picked up the 14-year-olds. Who was it, bro? Let's explain that. Let's talk about that. Who helped him go get those 14-year-olds that day? That's weak. Whoever did that, weak. On May 6, 2002, Coy's trial begins. There's no physical evidence of a sexual assault presented during the trial. The prosecution's case consists almost entirely of the girl's testimony, which includes a statement that she thinks it might have been a dream. On May 30th, 2002, with his possible punishment ranging from probation to life in prison, Carlos Coy is sentenced to 45 years in prison and fined $10,000. Coy will be at least 52 years old before he's considered for parole. After sentencing, Harris County Prosecutor Denise Hawkins and Lisa Andrews tells reporters they would have preferred a longer sentence. On October 3rd, 2006, Dope House Records released SPM's 10th CD, When Devil Strike. Reaction ranges from outrage by victims to joy from his fans. We think it was basically a witch hunt. They didn't really like seeing a Mexican in his type of position, so I think they tried to do what they could to slow him down. But you know, this record, When Devil Strike, coming out is just proof that you can't stop what people want. We're just sticking by them and doing what we can. That had a lot to do with this record, just letting everyone know the truth. If you want to hear from the man's mouth, then we're suggesting that everyone pick up the record and see what it's about. It's not promotional hype. It's not done just to make a buck. It's actually a message that's being sent out there for the greater good. So if you purchase his album, you buy his streams, anything like that, you are supporting this case. And there's no way around that. You're putting money in the man's pockets, y'all.
And I was like, you know, don't go there. And I said, look, I'm seriously serious. You don't want to go there. I just blacked out. I blacked out. And when I woke up, I was standing over him and I was screaming, I told you not to go there. I told you not to go there.
I told you not to go there. I told you not to go there.
That when you see it and you hear it, you're like, dude, everything you're saying is what you do. Is what you just got through doing 5 minutes ago. The hypocrisy. Constantly talking about what other people are doing, and 5 minutes later they're creating a video and they're doing the same thing. No. You know, originally, the reason why I waited, I was going to put this video out hours ago, but, you know, I was so pissed off earlier in the day that I figured, you know what, I need to cool my jets, because if I go on YouTube right now and I address this, probably just going to be saying a bunch of shit that, you know, I'm just going to feed into it. I'm going to get it off my chest, and it's not going to look good. It's not going to come out right. It's not going to, you know, register the way I want it to register. This isn't about Josh from Homie Hangout. This isn't about, you know, the reactionary video that he put out. This isn't about Josh from Homie Hangout. This isn't about, you know, the reactionary video that he put out. This isn't about Josh from Homie Hangout. This isn't about, you know, the reactionary video that he put out. Somebody that supposedly calls me a friend. Somebody that he rocks with. You know, I'm gonna go over everything that was addressed, and I'm gonna go over some behind the scenes things that you guys need to know about, since, you know, that's what we're doing now. We're throwing stuff out there and we're putting it out there, and, you know, especially for Josh. This isn't about Josh from Homie Hangout. This isn't about, you know, the reactionary video that he put out. Josh is somebody that, you know, his credo is moving in excellence, right? So Josh has been somebody that has continuously put himself up on a pedestal. He's somebody that, you know, comes across as being this high and mighty, politically correct guy on YouTube that has something to say about everybody else. But when it comes to Josh and what he does, and when he does it, you don't got nothing to say about that. This isn't about Josh from Homie Hangout. This isn't about, you know, the reactionary video that he put out. You know, the hypocrisy it's mind-blowing. You know what I mean? It's mind-blowing. Do I want to make this video and respond to, you know, the things that he said? Absolutely not. You know, this is somebody I consider a friend. This is somebody, at least from my perspective, you know, this is somebody that was able to call me and tell me, hey, B, you know, I'm going through some financial issues right now. You know, I can't buy, you know, I don't got no food for the kids and I'm struggling out here. Hey, bro, give me your Cash App. You know, here's a couple $100. This isn't about Josh from Homie Hangout. This isn't about, you know, the reactionary video that he put out. Here, bro, you know, put some groceries in your, you know, in your refrigerator. You know, here's somebody that was able to call me when he was going through his issues with Gunner and Rojo, where they were on his helmet, and, you know, he didn't have a problem calling me then. And, hey, B, man, you know, he wanted me to mediate. Can you holler at them, tell them to just chill out? You know what I mean? It's you know, I can't concentrate on getting my content out. It's creating a lot of interference. This isn't about Josh from Homie Hangout. This isn't about, you know, the reactionary video that he put out. So, you know, I reached out to Gunner and Rojo, and I told, hey, man, you know, leave the dude alone, man. He's, you know, he doesn't want no more drama. You know, just let it go. It's a bad look for all of us. So, you know, he seems to have forgot about all this. You know, this was somebody that also, you know, that claims to move in excellence, but, you know, this is somebody that when he was going through his beef with Flacco, you know, he couldn't wait to call me the next morning and to tell me how, you know, he just got over on Flacco for $500. How basically how he extorted him. 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 This isn't about Josh from Homie Hangout. This isn't about, you know, the reactionary video that he put out. You know, when him and Flacco were having their issues and Flacco's family was being attacked, he felt like his wife was being attacked, his kids were being drawn into it. You know, they got on Flacco's helmet so much that he was willing to do anything just for it to stop. This isn't about Josh from Homie Hangout. This isn't about, you know, the reactionary video that he put out. Just for it to stop. And what Josh did was he got Flacco to put $500 on his Cash App. Basically, he paid him to stop going in on him. But Josh, he couldn't wait to call me the next morning and tell me, hey, B, man, you want to hear fucking something, the latest? He's like, check this out, bro. You know, yesterday I had a conversation with that fool and right? And, you know, I told this cat to put $500 on my Cash App, and, you know, we could be cool and everything would be gravy. And next thing you know, bing, $500 on my Cash App. And, you know, that's something that somebody does when they move in excellence. It's, you know, he couldn't wait to call me and brag about it, that this guy was getting victimized to the point where his family, the emotional stress they were causing him, you guys seen it all. You guys seen the whole thing play out, to where he got him for $500, and he couldn't wait to call me the next morning and tell me, hey, that fucking dummy, you know, I could have probably got him for $1,000, but, you know, I got him for $500. It's like right here on my Cash App. You want to see, you know what I mean? This isn't about Josh from Homie Hangout. This isn't about, you know, the reactionary video that he put out. So This is the kind of stuff that Josh does behind the scenes. You know, it's okay for Josh to go after somebody like G-Face. To go after somebody like G-Face that's a rapper that, for whatever reason, G-Face rubbed Josh the wrong way. This isn't about Josh from Homie Hangout. This isn't about, you know, the reactionary video that he put out. To where Josh felt like he took it upon himself to get out there and let everybody know that G-Face was a snitch. He was somebody that had gave up information to law enforcement. I didn't even know. I don't even know the whole circumstances behind it, to be honest with you, because I didn't listen to it. I had no interest in it. You see, I'm the type of guy that when I heard Josh, what he was doing, I believe at that time I was still doing videos with Jerry. And it's something me and him talked about. You're like, damn, you know, this dude's smarter than that, but why is he getting himself involved in these conflicts? He goes in on G-Face and he puts him out there. He tells everybody that G-Face is a cooperator, this guy from White Fence, gang member, he's active. He puts him out there on blast and says he's a snitch, pulls his paperwork, dissects, analyzes the case, lets you guys know without a doubt, without a shadow of a doubt, this guy is a cooperator, and this is how he told me. He explained it 5-6 different ways, so you guys really understood. This isn't about Josh from Homie Hangout. This isn't about, you know, the reactionary video that he put out. So what was his purpose in that? According to Josh, his whole purpose in exposing G-Face is because G-Face is portraying himself to be something that he's not. Because G-Face is portraying himself to be, you know, about that life. Why does that bother Josh so much so that he wants to put him in harm's way? Their family's in danger and that they don't know what they could get into. Let's talk about that, okay? Let's talk about this for a minute. This is coming from a dude that got somebody killed in high desert.
Yeah, say that part.
We're talking about the same dude that had a Mexican mafia associate almost killed in Southern California behind one of his videos. And we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna show you guys what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's all good, man. This is coming from somebody that has already been down that path, man. This is somebody that's already done that. So what are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? Tony, you're not about that life. You don't know nothing about prison politics other than you throw a couple dollars at these dudes, you know what I'm saying? And you're acting like a fucking gangster on YouTube. Ain't about that life. You know what I'm saying? You ain't about that smoke. You need to save that, journalist Tony. You know what I'm saying? You need to save it, man. Stay in your lane, boy. But please, man, please come out with your video, because I know you guys know he's gonna come out with the video. Lobster building shit. You know, he called me. He called me one day talking loud. I don't know what a man is. I sold all my people out for money. I couldn't even get a word in. This motherfucker was just yelling, bro. You feel tough because you called me talking loud, and because you feel tough because you call me talking loud and you call me a snitch and a piece of shit and a chomo and a rat. Come on, man.
Put that shit out there. Yeah, put that shit out there, man. Throwing some of those terms out there, you know, for me, especially the chomo stuff, right? Is again, I don't think that. In fact, I know he doesn't really understand. He knows what he's doing in terms of like he's trying to irritate people to get attention, right? So he knows that, but he doesn't really understand. But he should. Like Boxer mentioned, and I know they're gonna show the article. I'm gonna give my 2 cents on that because this is something I was aware of at the time that it happened too. you know, they'll get into the particulars, but basically, there's a dude in High Desert, an active northerner, and he, I don't know how exactly him and Tony got connected, but he got at Tony. He said, "Hey man, I'm gonna do an interview." Mind you, everybody that Tony talked to up until that point was, yeah, that's the guy. Everybody that Tony had talked to up to that point, to the best of my knowledge, it came from an SNY yard, right? Or was on an SNY yard, right? And I'm not trying to disrespect people on SNY yards. Just there's a difference here, and anybody that knows about prison knows this fucking difference. So, actually, Flacco had got at me, right? Flacco and I were talking, and Flacco was tight with Tony at the time. I didn't even have a channel, right? We were just talking. And Flacco kind of calls me and gives me the rundown of the situation. And he's like, man, what do you think? And I'm like, it's fucking ridiculous, bro. This dude's gonna get killed, right? And Flacco 100%. Man, if I took a half an hour, I could scroll back through my phone and find the text messages. But the point is, Flacco and I were 100% on the same page. 100%, right? And what we were on was, you can't do that. You can't put this dude's interview out there. He will die. And Tony was asking, right? He was reaching out, and man, what do you think? What he says is fine. I don't give a fuck what he says.
He's like blind. You don't know better.
And right, and kind of find out dude was in a situation. I don't know if we want to get into what the situation was or not, but he was in a predicament, and he really needed some money, and he didn't have family looking out for him. The dude only had a 9-year sentence. He wasn't a lifer. He had a 9-year sentence, right? But he
got a cell phone. I said, Joshua, not to interrupt you. He got a cell phone. He lost his cell phone and went into debt for $4,000. But they don't kill you for that. They don't kill you for that. You know what I'm saying?
If they wanted to kill him over it, they could have just killed him when it happened. You know, he was alive. And so he goes to do this, and he does the interview. And again, Flacco and I both are, but this is not okay. Like, you can't, this ain't a good look, man. And now here you have 2 dudes that have done time. 2 dudes that rock with the North doing time. 2 people that know what the fuck they're talking about. Whether we agree on everything or not, it's not the point. We agree on this because it's common sense for anybody that's done time. And none of us want to see somebody get hurt behind a video, right? And so we're telling Tony, bro, you can't, that dude's gonna get fucking killed. Like, no, but he's saying it's all good, so who cares? Okay, be the grown-up in the room, man. Be the grown-up in the room. He's in a desperate situation. He's doing some desperate shit. But at the end of the day, you're the one that hits publish on that video. You're the one that makes the decision if that video goes live or if it goes. It's called
accountability, which you know there's nothing about.
Right, and you pushed live. And when you pushed live, you ended his life. Because what happens? Yeah. He gets got at. He gets at Tony. It takes him, a minute for the video to get down. The damage is done, and the motherfucker gets killed by 2 other people. Yeah.
The next day.
And those 2 dudes, I know Boxer Salmon got the article, but those 2 dudes, they weren't even lifers. They had some long stretches, right? 20,
show the picture of the other 2 dudes, Salmon.